Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. So I never prepare anything before I sit behind this microphone every night. And the reason why I don't prepare anything before I sit behind this microphone is because I believe it's best to speak from your heart. And from my heart to yours, thank you guys so much for all the love and support you have showed me. You guys are the best friends in the world that any podcaster who talks about this niche could ever want in his life, in he or she's life. And that's more than you're going to hear from any other podcaster that devotes he or she's time to talking about Descendants and Zombies and what you love. You guys mean so much to me, and you have had a profound effect on my heart and have left a forever imprint of your kindness on my heart. And if there was one niche that I could fall in love with over and over again, time and time again, it would have to be this one. I will never quit on you guys because I've always believed you deserve to hear the best when it comes to commentaries and points of view about Descendants and Zombies and your favorite stars. I love the actresses of Descendants and Zombies. I love Freya Skye. I love Ruby Rose Turner. I especially love Kylie Cantrell, and I even more love Ruby Rose Turner. You've heard me talk so highly of Ruby because I think Ruby is the kindest soul that I have ever encountered in my life. If there was one girl that I could talk about over and over again without getting tired of it, it would have to be Ruby, because Ruby was so kind. But you guys are unbelievable. The support that you have shown this YouTube channel blows my mind and never ceases to amaze me. I say this because I've had the honor and the privilege of talking about a lot of different niches and a lot of different interests of a lot of people. That's caught my attention. But Descendants and Zombies is something that I just fell into. This was a niche that I just fell into, and I became very appreciative of because of the kindness, the passion that we both share. It's amazing how we built a friendship between the audience and the host of this podcast, and I want to keep it going for many years to come. No matter if I have to talk about Descendants and Zombies for the next 30 years, I will do it for each and every one of you. I heard an interesting interview last night with Kylie Cantrell where she said that she hoped that Descendants was going to still be around and still be as popular by the time she reaches 40. I've been around a long time, and I've seen a lot of interests of a lot of fans stand the test of time, and this is going to be one of these interests that's going to stand the test of time and isn't going anywhere anytime soon. When I had nobody, I had each and every one of you. And that truly means the world to me, that you guys always comment, you always hit the like button, and you always hit the subscribe button. You will never know how appreciative I am of every little girl who's ever hit the subscribe button for this YouTube channel. And I say this because I've been in a lot of relationships over the years where girls could never make sense of why I love Descendants and Zombies so much. And every single one of them left me brokenhearted. But your kindness, that little bit of kindness that you show me, just goes above and beyond the requirements of any fan that I've ever had in my life. And I honest to God, thank you so much for making this YouTube channel so popular amongst so many different age demographics, so many families. It's unbelievable. And I must have watched Descendants: The Rise of Red 100 times, and I can be caught every night watching it because it's so fun. There's actually a Zombies marathon happening tonight, and I'm hoping I'm going to have the opportunity to catch it because, of course, it's leading up to the premiere of Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, which comes out this Friday. I won't see it till Friday night because I live in Canada, so the fans of this show that live in the United States and the UK will perhaps see it before I do, so lucky you guys. I'm really excited about it. I always wanted to be a vampire slayer. I always wanted to be a member of the cast of Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires. I always wanted to be a member of the cast of Zombies in its entirety because of the message of acceptance, the message of power, the message of accomplishing your goals and your dreams. I love the relationship between Addison and Zed, Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly's characters, and how they're going to be saying the words "I love you" in this script. I'm going to be watching for that to drop because I'm a firm believer that the words "I love you" are never heard enough in this lifetime. And you're talking to a guy who's had his heart broken more times than enough and has never heard the words "I love you" in probably about, 15 years. Probably it had something to do with how all the girls that I was with, I know their daughters love Descendants so much, and I used to love watching Descendants over and over again with them. But the girls that I was with just couldn't make sense of why I love this niche so much. It was because of kindness, the exemplification of just how far someone can go with their dreams. I've always believed that a little girl has the right to believe that happily ever after does exist and she will meet the love of her life. No matter how many times you are told that you are never going to fall in love with somebody and nobody is going to appreciate you for who you are, never believe that, because you guys are so unbelievable and incredibly supportive. And you've saved my life, really. And I can't thank you enough for that. Ruby Rose Turner is somebody I wish that there were more people like in this world. But there is only one you, as the old cliche goes, and I know that the old cliche saying is pretty much true and reigns true with Ruby Rose Turner, because there is only one Ruby. And I'm going to miss Ruby being a part of Descendants. I wanted her to be a part of Descendants 5, and the funny thing was, going into Descendants 5, I was hoping she was going to be a part of the cast, and I thought initially she was going to be a part of the cast until fans were talking to Kylie in discussion about how Ruby wasn't going to be in Descendants 5. I guess you guys look up the news all the time and read the Disney websites and stuff, and I was heartbroken over it because there's just something about Ruby. Everything about Ruby just made sense to me. The year she was born, the month she was born in, the way she could sing songs like Mirror and Ruby Rock and Now Life is Sweeter When You Are, how she just was so brokenhearted over every opportunity she was ever turned down for, and she would go home and cry. I think Ruby has one of the brightest futures of any Descendant star that we have seen, and if there was somebody to pass the torch to from Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson, I think you could have got away with passing it to Ruby. Ruby's beautiful. She's just absolutely gorgeous, and I think she could have been the live-action Rapunzel for the live-action Tangled. Reportedly, that's been put on hold, but again, there has been other reports that have suggested that we're going to see Tangled production be picked up again for the live-action. So I'm really excited to see where we go from here, and hearing her sing songs like Wind in My Hair and Now I Can See the Light, which was one of my favorite songs from Tangled. I would love to hear Ruby's voice on any of those songs, and I don't know, I'm just going to miss her. I was hoping she was going to be a part of the Worlds Collide tour. Initially, she was announced to have been a part of it, but apparently now reports of that have been dropped, and Ruby is just saying goodbye to the franchise. But every night of my life, I wished Ruby was here to help me make sense of life. Because Ruby was just so kind, and I wish there were more people in this world like Ruby. She was so strong, she was so fearless, and she did such a fantastic job portraying the young Queen of Hearts. Very similar to that was the portrayal of the young daughter of the Queen of Hearts, Red, from Kylie Control. She did a fabulous job with that. But what I could never understand is why so many people criticized her for the job she did as the young Queen of Hearts. I could never understand why so many people would criticize her for being such a fearless girl who didn't care about anything, only just being kind to everybody, just wanted to be different from her mother's point of view on life, and everything that goes with life. I think that we've all seen ourselves through the eyes of whatever Descendants character that we have felt inspired by, which is why I really loved when girls would show up at my door every year on Halloween dressed up as your favorite Descendants characters. I think that is so cool, how you see yourself through the eyes of these characters, and you've learned to be better people from, seeing yourself through the eyes of these characters. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. I think the music in Descendants really presented a Wicked kind of vibe. I know one of the guys who choreographed Wicked was a part of the cast in the directional point of view for Descendants, which made this one so good and very different from the original trilogy. It was different from what we saw from the original trilogy. I mean, they weren't Dove Cameron, they weren't Sophia Carson, they weren't Cameron Boyce, but they were very good at what they did. And I think that more credit needs to be shown to people like Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner, because they carried the torch when people like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson didn't want to carry the torch for us. They just wanted to close the book on writing another chapter for Descendants. They could have signed on for Descendants 4. Money was no issue. Disney's worth over $158 billion of revenue. Give me access to the $158 billion of revenue and see what I can do with it, see what I can create, see what I can bring to life. You guys hit the subscribe button for this YouTube channel. You can get me in as the director of zombies. You can get me in these high-action scenes with zombies where I'm jumping off buildings and on the water on boats, kicking the shit out of a lot of zombies if you hit the subscribe button for me. And I can bring Descendants and zombies to life in a way that you've never seen it brought to life before. We can bring Ruby Rose Turner back as the character Rapunzel, or the daughter of Rapunzel, if anything. Just because you killed off the young Queen of Hearts, Bridget, from the Descendants franchise, did not mean you had to kill off Ruby Rose Turner in her entirety. You could have brought her back as a different character. There's something called repackaging a character, which is something that could have been done for Ruby, because Ruby was so talented. And that's why I really appreciated when Ruby was posed the question to play a character other than herself in Descendants as Bridget. She suggested Rapunzel because she believed she fit the character so perfectly, and I agree with that. because I miss Ruby so much. I'll admit to you, I'm crying myself to sleep every night because Ruby's not going to be a part of Descendants. I miss Ruby dearly, and I think that Ruby deserves more kindness in her life than what she's been shown, because of the kindness she shows and that she's exemplified. I'm going to miss Ruby forever. I'll talk about Ruby some more on my podcast. I'll talk about Ruby tomorrow night on my podcast because I just miss her so much. I really do. I wish Ruby was here to help me host this podcast. I think Ruby would make an excellent co-host. Ruby is an incredible person, so strong, so fearless, and I really appreciate how these girls studied parkour and went to the gym and worked out as much as what they did for the roles, for their characters in Descendants, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. We didn't hear that discussion with Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson when they were given the roles for the Descendant stars. We heard that conversation, though, when the new cast of this new generation was introduced, and they never ceased talking about it. So I really appreciate that, and I really like the direction of Descendants because it's very different, and the reason why it's so different is because it's being introduced to a whole new generation who now are more courageous than ever before and incredibly supportive. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best niche to ever fall into for any podcaster out there who wants to become popular on YouTube. In case you guys don't know, you guys have made me a legend. Now, I was a legend ever before I created this podcast because I've been on a lot of podcasts over the years, but now I know for certain I'm a legend because of each and every one of you. You made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies when you didn't have to, and I'm really excited to see where I go from here and how many subscribers I can get on this YouTube channel. I know that everybody wants you to hit the subscribe button. They want you to hit the like button because they can achieve monetization because of what they do. And a lot of people post stuff on social media for attention, I know. A lot of people are realizing the popularity of Descendants and Zombies, and they're uploading hundreds of videos to this platform every single day and night. Actually, this morning I saw a new Descendants video uploaded by somebody who all they want from you is to hit the subscribe button. I don't know the context of the video because I haven't watched it yet, and I want you to refrain from watching these videos that really make no sense. I would much rather you stay here on this YouTube channel. I know that I talk about how much I love Ruby Rose Turner and Quality Control so much, and listen to the music and support the music and want to produce the music and want to run for President of the United States because of how Quality Control is not a Donald Trump supporter, and I want to give Quality Control a president that she can be proud of. There is something that can be done about that, and that really frustrates me how so many people just criticize Quality Control for anything they can find to talk about Quality Control because of. Quality Control, the thing about Quality Control is inspiring so many people, and more people than Dove Cameron perhaps ever inspired. I know Dove Cameron inspired her fair share of people, but Quality Control inspired millions of people that are absolutely incredible. I can't believe the amount of people, the number of people that Quality Control are inspiring, and how many people Ruby Rose Turner even is inspiring to be kinder, and I really appreciate that, and I say a profound thank you to them every single night. I say a profound thank you to the Zombies cast, because the PR the Zombies cast does is absolutely incredible because it's done in unison. You just don't see one member of the Zombies cast doing an interview. You see up to 5 or 6 people doing interviews for Zombies for PR all the time. Usually with Descendants, you only see probably the same 3 or 4. Ruby, Kylie, Mila, the girl that plays Uliana, Morgan Dudley, does a scattered interview here or there. But when it comes to the Zombies cast comes out in unison for whatever interview they're doing PR for. And I really, really appreciate that, because you wouldn't see an entire cast coming out for an hour-long interview for a podcast. That makes no sense. It's absolutely incredible. I just wish the members of the cast of Zombies and Descendants were asked more questions that were more credible, because it seems like the same questions are reiterated and repeated for every single podcast they do interviews for. The only thing different about their podcast is when they do solo interviews. So say, for example, if Quality Control does the Zach Zhang show on YouTube, she'll be asked different questions as opposed to being the same questions being asked to her if 5 people join her on the same interview. I really appreciate how you see these cast members coming out in unison to promote this stuff with PR, and it's not the same thing happening time and time again. I honestly think that Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, is going to be a movie that's going to introduce us to a whole new group of cast members that's going to secure the future of Zombies. So I don't buy into how people are saying that they're running as supernatural creatures to write about zombies and to, stop making zombies movies, and how people are saying they should stop making Descendants and Zombies because it's getting wore out. It's a trend that's dying out very quickly. I don't think it is. I think it's expanding, and I think more and more people are gravitating towards Descendants. It's been that way ever since 2015. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary of Descendants this month, and I'm really excited about it, and I'm really looking forward to hearing the words "I love you" dropped in this script on Friday night, because I've always wanted those words to be heard in a Disney script. Now, the writers and producers may have felt differently about putting the words "I love you" into a script because of the age demographic they're trying to attract through zombies, but I think this is the most successful niche of all time since at least Hannah Montana, and that was all the way back in 2006. And that's coming out of the mouth of the biggest Hannah Montana supporter and fan that you will find anywhere on the internet. That's absolutely incredible. How much of an impact stuff like Hannah Montana and Wizards had years ago, and now the merchandise seems to even be at an all-time high for Descendants, and this franchise has just as big of an impact on people of this new generation. If there was a reason to call this the Disney Channel Revolution, it would definitely have to be because of Descendants and Zombies. And the Worlds Collide Tour is just icing on the cake. Everybody is so excited about it. I'm happy for every single person that will be attending one of the 43 arena dates this summer for Descendants and Zombies. I'm really excited about it. I just wish I would have had the opportunity to work with the Descendants cast and take them to various locations here on this island I live on. It is absolutely gorgeous every night. The sunset is absolutely beautiful. You can see it in through the window there. And I think this set is absolutely incredible that I have. So I love producing this show for people because I know how much you appreciate it. And I just want to give you something that you will find on YouTube that you can look forward to hearing. I know I'm kind of really silly, and I talk about a zombie invasion, and I talk about happily ever after existing and how you will find your true love and stuff. But I say that because I want to separate this podcast from other podcasts that you find concerning this niche. Because let's face it, I'm up against 15 million critics, and critics that I have no chance of winning against. But perhaps I do possess a chance of winning if you hit the subscribe button and you support Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner as much as what I do. Hopefully that's not a convoy and a zombie invasion is not about to break out while I'm doing this podcast. That would be quite convenient considering I'm talking about Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires tonight, which I'm really excited about. I've never seen vampires introduced into the Zombies franchise, so that's something to be very excited about for Friday night. And that's coming from a guy that was really scared of vampire TV shows and movies when he was a kid, because I thought vampires was real. Come to think of it, I thought everything that I saw on TV was real. Dad thought I was really stupid for playing video games all the time and thinking everything I saw on TV was real. But now I have a podcast with over 3,000 subscribers because of that, because I'm a real nerd. And girls obviously love nerds because they're subscribing to my YouTube channel. The reality of this is I know I have 1,000 girls subscribed to this YouTube channel, and I have said thank you time and time again for that, because you girls could be subscribed to any other podcast having anything to do, or even just a mere mention of Descendants and Zombies, but you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, and you've apparently made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, and thank you so much for that. For most of my career, all I ever was a co-host of a show, and that was a role of pretty much insignificance because you were putting over the host of a show, and you were making the show sound better than it actually was. And because of lack of creative freedom, you weren't able to say what you wanted to say. You weren't able to get away with saying a whole lot. And on this show, this is the first opportunity that I've had since going out on my own as a podcaster for the first time in I'd say about 20 years. I've been able to say what I wanted and attract the niche that I wanted to attract. I never ever thought that this podcast was going to go anywhere. And then I noticed that a couple of my Descendants and Zombies videos that I was throwing up from 10 years ago, and most recently some of the more recent videos I was throwing up about Descendants and Zombies, were attracting thousands of views. And because of the thousands of views that I was getting, I thought that I would create just a bulk of Descendants videos and see where it would go. And this is where it's taken me, to the point where I've almost got 3,000 subscribers. Maybe not quite, but I do have almost 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. And I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for making this one of the most popular Descendants and Zombies themed YouTube channels on the internet, because I honestly don't know where I would be. If you're somebody who has not subscribed to this YouTube channel, there are a couple of ways that you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can just simply hit the subscribe button, and if you have a phone with the YouTube app on it, now there is a link in the description that can be found, where if you click it, it will direct you right into YouTube, and you just automatically subscribe by hitting the phone link. So there are a couple of ways you can subscribe to this YouTube channel now, and if you're somebody who has not subscribed, find a way to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and please do it. I would love for you to stay here for forever. I'm hoping that I can keep Descendants and Zombies alive for you for forever, no matter if we're talking about the original trilogy, The Rise of Red, Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, or The Memory of Cameron Boyce, Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Kylie Cantrell, music-related, movie-related, entertainment-related. I'm hoping I can keep it alive for you for the next 30 years, because I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I am forever thankful that you made me your hero. I feel like Batman being pulled out of the abyss when Bane broke his back in 2012 for the Dark Knight Rises movie. Remember when Batman broke his back and he fell into the abyss because of Bane and Bane's actions, and you guys pulled me out of the abyss like the children did for Batman in the Dark Knight Rises movie? That's how I feel. Or like Spider-Man or something, a hero that is always looked at as a hero. It's incredible. I've been very fortunate in my career, but I've never been this fortunate and felt this blessed. I've had a lot to do with music. I've had a lot to do with entertainment. I've had a lot to do with video game reviews, professional wrestling. I've had a lot to do with everything. But every night that sun sets over our lives, know that you guys are forever so important to me. And I just always thought that you deserve to hear better when it came to Descendants and Zombies. I know I moved into a house that is literally 5 minutes away from a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode. I've been here for almost 2 years now. I love it here. Everything is in the center of the city. It's so convenient. The dollar store is right next to me, so if a zombie breakout ever happens, I can go to the dollar store for medical supplies, food, and water. They have everything at the dollar store. There was a mall literally 2 minutes out the road from me, and can't forget about a chemical plant and a soda plantation side by side. I've been meaning to take a picture of it for you guys. I haven't got around to doing it yet because I'm so busy creating these videos, and I'm so busy attracting so many people. So, yeah, and then I put so much money behind this YouTube channel, $5,000, anywhere from $4,500 to $5,000. And that includes the camera, the podcast microphone, the laptop, the hard drives, the stuffies, the reciprocal lights. It all adds up. But I have a pretty cool set here, don't you think? And I think I have one of the best Descendants and Zombies themed YouTube channels in the universe. Perhaps the galaxy. I really don't know. But I do know these actresses that are part of the Zombies cast are absolutely incredible. Freya Skye is absolutely gorgeous. That British accent she has is absolutely adorable. I think she has a really bright future. I think Meg Donnelly has an incredible future. Her EP, Dying Art, on megdonnelly.com is where you can purchase it. You should head over there and purchase it because if I could get away with putting a link to that in the description, I would, but I don't think I legally can. But I think her EP, Dying Art, is absolutely fabulous. That song, Strangers, has been stuck in my head for at least the better part of the last 2 weeks. And then, of course, Kylie Cantrell's song, See You Tonight, is a song that's been on repeat in my head for forever. I'm really surprised my neighbors haven't filed a noise complaint to the police because I listen to that song every single night with my window open, and I'm expecting an eviction notice like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, anytime. But yeah, the hell with it. Kylie Cantrell, a beautiful person. Love listening to her music. Love Meg Donnelly's music. The sound is beautiful. If there was a new Hannah Montana of this new generation, it's a toss-up between Kylie and Meg. But I think I would choose Kylie any day because of her sound being so beautiful. See You Tonight, Goodie Bag, Denim. All beautiful songs. And the shorts she's putting up on her Facebook fan page, incredible. Thousands of views, hundreds of shares. Meg Donnelly is the same. Yeah, I watched Meg Donnelly on The Masked Singer, and she was voted off almost instantly, but at least she had the opportunity to high-five Shrek, so I was kind of envious of that. The only thing I've ever had to do with Shrek is dress up as Gingy on Halloween, and I have a life-size Gingy costume. Don't ask me to wear it. I'm not going that far with it, or perhaps I will, probably on Halloween, I don't know. Come to think of it, I've got to decorate this room for Halloween and Christmas. We're going to have a whole lot of fun on this channel. We celebrate the birthdays of Descendant Stars, so we got Morgan Dudley's birthday and Meg Donnelly's birthday happening in July and August. By the time we get to October, we've got Ruby Rose Turner's birthday happening on the 16th. So a lot of stuff happening, and in January, Dove Cameron's. We talk about everything influential on the calendar for Descendants and Zombies, memorable moments that happened in the history of Descendants, because 10 years, a lot can happen in 10 years. My dad used to say this to me all the time when I used to talk about what would ever happen in 10 years from now, and he'd say a lot can happen in 10 years, and just think about everything that's happened in 10 years for Descendants and Zombies. The death of Cameron Boyce, all the stuff that's happened for Dove Cameron's career, Kylie Cantrell having the torch passed to her. So much has happened, and I wish I could go back in time and it was in possession of a pocket watch to spend more time with the ones I love, but just to experience every huge moment that we ever experienced with Descendants. I think that would be an incredible opportunity for me because I've been a huge fan of Descendants for what has felt like my entire life. It's no issue for me to be able to sit behind this microphone every single night and talk about Descendants for over a half an hour, for over 30 minutes. Because I love talking about it so much. I think these stars are incredibly strong. They are incredibly fearless, and they deserve nothing but the best and most probable futures. And that's why I can't stand every time the sun sets and I'm sitting here by the light of the moon reading all these negative reviews from critics who write these columns about Descendants and Zombies for movie websites, for news websites, and they interview the Descendants stars like they know nothing about them. That's what really gets me, and they're asked the same 5 questions over and over again for a 15-minute long interview on YouTube. I see it all the time, and it really frustrates me, it really upsets me, and I really think that more of an opportunity needs to be given to these stars and more of a light needs to be shed on them. Because Descendants and Zombies for me has really been something that saved my life and really been a beacon of light for me every time I felt like I was caught up within darkness. I always found my way out of light, and with your light and your help, and I can't thank you enough for that. I honestly hope that each and every one of you have somebody who loves you in your life, because I want that for you more than anything in this life. And if you have a guy that can't see you for what your worth is, then I think you should remove yourself from the situation, or at least have a conversation with them about it, because girls are the only thing that's ever really made sense to me in this life. They help us make sense of life as guys, and they're really the reason why the world spins around and around. And I love all of you to death, and you're going to have to forgive me because I'm a real sweetheart. I would have loved to have been the voice of Descendants and Zombies, actually, but, being your voice of Descendants and Zombies has been a true honor of mine, and an honor that's been obviously bestowed upon me that I will never, ever forget. I am just as excited about Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, as each and every one of you, and I'm really excited to review this movie in its entirety for you for hundreds of videos that have yet to come and yet to be viewed on this YouTube channel. Hi, if you're new here, by the way. I'm really happy that you found these videos. I'm sure there's a returning subscriber watching this video somewhere out there tonight. And just know that my heart is with you, and I love you for whatever your interests are. Because some of you Descendants fans have some of the most beautiful interests. You're inspired by dancing, acting. Beautiful, beautiful. I've been inspired by dancing and acting all of my life. I've had a hand with ballet recitals, some of the most successful play productions of all time, like Dracula, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet. So it's an honor to have you here, and if you will take me by the hand, I will take you on an incredible journey through the exploration of Descendants the way it was meant to be discussed. And ever since I moved into this house, that's all I've ever wanted to do. I wanted to discuss Descendants and Zombies as a whole for each and every one of you, the way I thought it meant to be discussed, the way I felt that it had to be discussed. And it was really necessary to discuss it because a lot of people, guys and girls who were talking about it, didn't have a clue about Descendants and Zombies, the direction of it, the unfolding of the plot, what could happen, what had yet to happen. They were just saying they were making way too much Descendants movies and there was too much of an emphasis put on it. And it really upset me because I thought all of you deserve so much better than what you were hearing, and you're going to have to forgive me because that's all I've ever really wanted to create for you, was something special. And at least our hearts have been brought together because of it. Thank you so much for having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies for however long you have had me be a part of your life. It means so much to me, and it is an incredible honor that you have bestowed upon me as a podcaster for the last 30 years. All I ever was a guy who started up a podcast from his parents' basement, hoped his voice was going to be heard, never ever promoted his videos, and now 30 years later I have a Mickey Mouse and a Minnie Mouse, a gigantic Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse hanging over my head every night on the top of my bed that I sleep with every night. So I'm pretty much a real loser. So yeah, I sleep like that every night. Mickey and Minnie are over my head. So yeah, thank you so much for having supported this YouTube channel as much as what you have. I love you all dearly, and I have this beautiful interview with Freya Sky to show you. I love her British accent, and I'm going to record a reaction video for you to go in with this video. So if you give me a moment to switch back over to the other program, OBS Studio we're going to be using, we're going to have a whole lot of fun watching this video together. I know you guys think it's really cute how I put myself up in the corner every opportunity I get to record one of these reaction videos for you, but that's what a loser does when he loves Descendants and Zombies as much as what each and every one of you does. Either that, or he plays video games all night. So I think I would rather create these reaction videos for each and every one of you and not be so much of a loser, because I love Descendants and Zombies as much as what each and every one of you do. And I think Freya Sky is absolutely adorable. Her fashion sense, her opinions she gives in this interview, everything from her favorite ice cream to her favorite topping on pizza. Oh man. These stars of Descendants and Zombies are absolutely incredible, and Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires are just an incredible cast, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to watch this video with each and every one of you. I think this is the first time I've actually shown this one. So what do you say we have a whole lot of fun watching this reaction video together on this YouTube channel? If you have not subscribed, you're going to want to do that, because I think you're going to have a whole lot of fun here.
Favorite ice cream?
Chocolate.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Winter
My favorite
or fall?
color is blue too.
Full.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Dinner or breakfast?
Breakfast.
I love
Breakfast!
breakfast.
Villain or hero?
Hero! Like you guys, baby.
Zombie or human?
I think it would be a
Zombie.
human.
Matched or unmatched socks?
Unmatched, matched,
Fluffy
depends.
socks. Only fluffy.
Cheese pizza or toppings?
Cheese
Cheese. I
pizza.
can't get behind toppings.
Cupcake or donut?
Donut.
Cupcake.
Football or cheer?
Oh,
Cheer.
I always wanted to try for
Beach movie
football, but I
or
never got the
High School
opportunity
High School
to.
Musical.
Parent Trap or Freaky Friday?
Freaky Friday.
Parent Trap.
I'm going to see that in
Pirates of the
August.
Caribbean or Jungle Cruise?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Year 2000 or year 3000?
Year 3000.
Ordon Prep or Seabrook High?
Have to go see Brooke.
Onion rings or French fries?
I would love to attend Ordon Prep.
French fries.
Come to think of it.
Video games or board games?
Video games. I've got every
Wolf
video game for
first or cereal
PS5.
first?
Cereal.
Designer or vintage?
Vintage.
Vintage for sure. And there are your dates, your 43 arena dates scheduled
Favorite
all
ice
across
cream?
the U.S.
Chocolate.
Favorite color?
There are your 43 arena dates scheduled all across the United States for the next 3 months. It's going to be an incredible summer 2025, and I'm really excited that each and every one of you are going to have the opportunity to check this one out. I am absolutely blown away by the incredible amount of support and love that you have shown this YouTube channel and showing yours truly. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching this video with me tonight and allowing me to provide you my reaction and my theories on Descendants and Zombies. If I couldn't record this, I'd probably just be some loser sitting at home with no girlfriend playing video games. And you guys give my life a whole lot new purpose and meaning and all that stuff. So if you have not hit the subscribe button, you're going to want to do that. Or you could call Ghostbusters, I don't know. With Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires coming, you could probably prepare yourself with steaks and coffee. I don't know, but no, don't do that. Just hit the subscribe button. I love you so much. Give me a second to switch back over to the other program, and we will close this one out with a few final thoughts. That was a very lovely reaction video. Thank you guys so much for finding my video tonight and clicking on it and watching it and joining me here tonight. It is quite lovely out there tonight. It's actually a very quiet night on the street tonight. A couple of nights ago, there were fire trucks, cops, and ambulances. I thought for sure I was in the middle of a zombie breakout, and I thought I was going to have to bolt. And now tonight, there's nobody out there. Woo! Not even birds. Look at that. I must really live on a ghost street. Come to think of it, when I moved into this house, I thought this house was really haunted. And, I did the whole exorcist thing, and apparently it's not haunted, though, but I still haven't counted the possibility or probability of that happening ever out. You should never count anything out. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I still think this house is haunted. A lot of banging at nighttime, a lot of creepy stuff happens. And there's nobody out there tonight, so if a zombie breakout ever does happen, it's me against 5,000 zombies. So hopefully we'll watch Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, pick up some helpful tips to combat zombies, werewolves, vampires, aliens, the whole shebang. Really excited about it. It's happening on Thursday, which is the Disney Channel premiere for the U.S. and different parts of the world, and the global premiere will happen on July 11th. So that's really exciting. It's going to happen at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I think there's a Zombies marathon actually happening tonight. So I got to check that out. It's either the Zombies marathon or professional wrestling. So it's either or ding, 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 let's go. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe. Dad's up there really calling me stupid now because I think wrestling is real. Thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button every single time that you do, showing your love and support to this YouTube channel and having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies when I talk about and go all, or pro wrestling's real. Ding, ding, ding. I will be back tomorrow with another great video for each and every one of you. I love you all so much. Thank you for your love and support and having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, because there was only one legendary voice of Descendants and Zombies, Zombies. And his name is Jonathan Clarke. Thank you so much for making me all a part of your lives. What do you say we take ourselves up on this opportunity right now to spread some kindness of our own? Until next time, same bat channeled. Da, 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 da. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. Bye, YouTube. We will do this again tomorrow night.